We've had this kitchen for over 10 years.
I would say we've had this kitchen close to 14 years.
Right. And you want a new one?
We need a new kitchen. It is starting to fall apart.
Let's go shopping then.
Let's go shopping. I cooked a huge breakfast this morning and that'll keep everyone going till dinner tonight. So I've left the boys cleaning up the kitchen, getting it ready, and we are going kitchen shopping.
So those of you that don't know, we live in Milton Keynes and there's plenty of options for kitchen shops in Milton Keynes. Where are we going first, my love?
Wren, because it's the closest.
Right. Let's check out Wren Kitchens.
We're just looking for inspiration today.
Right, you're not buying anything.
So today we're looking at what's new about kitchens, because it's 15 years since we went shopping for kitchen. So what's new, what's gadgety, where our ninjas at work, how we make that work, because Steve's an absolute ninja fan now. And finally we'll have a look at what it's going to look like when it's finished from the outside. But it's all about what goes inside today.
Well, this is nice, isn't it? But I must say, these bowls need washing.
Divvy.
So I do like the idea of having the ovens at that kind of height.
You know that's not an oven.
No, I know, but next to it's the oven.
It's a fancy coffee machine.
Ooh. We're having one of them.
We've got a big wall of pantries, but they're really deep. They're on runners, some of them, but the middle section isn't.
Nice wine rack there, love. So the clean look without any handles, my love. Yeah? Although we've got white at the moment, so...
We have got white at the moment. I do fancy a change. But I also fancy a change that isn't going to date, whereas I think like white will always be a good kitchen colour. I do quite like the floating cupboard there. We almost have a space for that, don't we?
Right.
It's kind of interesting.
Although it might block the room off a little.
That will stop it being as open plan.
Yeah, yeah. So the extractor fan, first of all. Keep banging our head on our extractor fan.
Because all my boys, my big boys, are going to be over 6 foot at some point. They're going to be doing the extractor fan. So the tilted one is a definite must. It's going to be a really hard adjustment changing from gas to induction. However, look, it fits on there. And this is immediately usable space.
Right. You'd have your pots and pans below it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, pots, pans, utensils, knives, forks. And I like the two-tone. Rather than, because our kitchen has got a lot of, there's one big wall of cupboards, which we'll be changing to something else, a mixture of things. But it's a lot all in one place. So having two tones is nice, I like that. I've been looking for a corner cupboard, because my friend Deb had her kitchen done beginning of the year, and she's got this.
We definitely need that. Getting into our corner is a pain right now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
This is so much fun.
So I'm loving this worktop, this one-piece Korean, especially with the curve in it here. However...
What I like about this is this little corner here has reminded me that you can have a cooker next to a wall if you wanted. There's two things I really like about this. The split height, I think that's interesting, creates a bit more interest in the kitchen. But look at this.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is awesome.
You like that green?
We do. We've got a lot of green coming into our lives at the moment. I've always liked green.
Right, I know.
And you're starting to like it.
And then we got the two-tone you like in a kind of wood effect at the top with the green down the bottom.
Not as keen on that specific wood, but I love the idea of chunky oak, maybe. Rather than glossy. If it's going to be wood, I'd quite like it to look like proper wood rather than shiny wood.
Right.
I'm sure they could do a mix and match.
Nice leggings, Lynds.
George Jones today.
Oh, wow. Plenty more to choose from here.
This is impressive.
That's definitely something we need for our food pantry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Open the door and it comes out, like it.
Let's have a look at this one then. So what does this one do?
Oh, you've got to pull it out yourself. Oh, well, that's no good. Very clever, though, isn't it? They've come a long way in the 15 years.
Wouldn't you just have doors that open that way and then you've got better usable shelves?
But if that's unget-toable, if that's a word.
Ungettable, toable. Unable, gettable, toable.
And that's what you wanted. You wanted recycling bin drawers, didn't you? That pulls out. Yeah.
I do, but actually, It's getting anyone to empty them, isn't it? So if they're smaller, do they get emptied quicker, or do they just overflow and then we get this bin Tetris?
Now that's got the wow factor. Look at that.
I think looking at how individual cupboards look is going to be the wrong thing to do. I think we need to take a step back and look at how it looks as a whole, because we really want a wow factor now, don't we?
We do. Look at this here, though. Look at
I
that.
thought that was a breakfast bar.
Not practical though. We need it as a breakfast bar, right?
Yeah, we do, because the boys use it every day. Every day they use the breakfast bar.
Optics. We need one of them.
Yeah, we're going to make a bar area for definite. It'll have a drinks fridge, optics, and probably a coffee station as well.
Yep. Next up, magnet.
I think for the benefit of my own brain and how much money we're going to spend, if we keep the kitchen costs separate to the things we're putting in the kitchen, what are they called?
Appliances.
Appliances. If we keep them as separate, like individual points of my spreadsheet, I'll be all right. I really love these tiles, but it would absolutely mess with Steve's head that they don't all match. They do all match, but they don't match exactly. They're not the same.
Here's all the integrated storage solutions.
Yeah, they are. And again, these look like they're 300. No. Do they look bigger than 3? They look like 400, don't they?
Yeah, they are.
400. I like that. And it doesn't... At the moment when we have them out, it has to come all the way out to reach, doesn't it? And the ones at the top I can't do. Oh yeah, because it's built right to the top, that's why.
Right.
That's the difference, isn't it?
So we need to do something with the top so it's more accessible, more usable, I think. What's the corner storage solution here? Oh, no, that's pretty clever. And when you close it, how clever is that? This worktop, I've fallen in love with this. And like you say, that single sink, that smaller sink, that'll work for us, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I was determined we needed a massive sink, but I don't think we do anymore.
No, it'll give us more work surface to put ninjas on. And you like the contrast here with the light and dark.
Yeah.
It is nice. Now that is a good storage solution, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. What do you think? Yeah, and it all comes forward. Very good.
I like that it doesn't have to come as far forward as if it was a whole drawer unit that we have at the moment. It all comes right out and it feels like you're moving the whole world, doesn't it?
There we go. Food for thought.
This is so much fun.
I weren't feeling it in there, Lev. How about you?
No.
No.
She
Ren.
was lovely.
Yeah, she was nice.
Lovely.
And Ren was great, but weren't feeling it in Magnet. Ren was much nicer, wasn't it?
Much nicer, and I think Raj is going to take all our money off us.
Sarge.
Why did I say Raj? Raj is in my book. He's just been murdered off.
Right, where next, my love?
We're going to try Howden's, though I don't know if they've even got showrooms or if it's just get a booklet. I don't know.
It's just round the corner anyway. You can get either way. Okay, Howden's looks closed and it says trade only.
It does.
So that's not going to work for us. I guess there was always IKEA next. Now, what you must know is we got our last kitchen at IKEA because the criteria was, I've seen so many of these nightmare programs on TV where you have your kitchen fitted and then there's a couple of bits missing and you're waiting 12 weeks for it. So I said, let's buy our kitchen from somewhere that's got it on the shelf. So if there's something missing, we just go and buy a part. That was the criteria last time, wasn't it?
It was, yes.
And there wasn't many places that do that, but IKEA's one. And they've certainly come a long way, so just maybe pop into IKEA and see what they've got to offer.
I've just found somewhere else first.
Oh, okay.
Kitchen House.
Okay.
It looks a bit fancy, but we're going for ideas. We're not looking at the end result yet. So.
Then IKEA.
Before we leave the car, I'm just catching up on the comments that we've had on today's video, and I am loving them. Thank you. They're really lovely comments.
Thank you very much. This looks a bit fancy, doesn't it?
I've already seen stuff like that. Oh, it smells good around here.
So this is Kitchen House in Fenny Stratford. It's a franchise of a German kitchen manufacturer which is part of the Nobila Group, Europe's largest manufacturer in kitchens, and we were immediately struck by the beautiful looking designs. This is the kind of thing you're after for the extra room.
Yeah. At the moment, we've got a beer pump in one part of the living room. We've got cupboards for games in another part. We've got everything spread out. And I think
big fridge as well.
The drinks fridge is in the dining room. And actually, what we want is like a bar area and beautiful storage above it. I think this is kind of...
Right.
In fact, I love everything.
It's spot on, isn't it?
The only thing I'm not so keen on is the dark green.
Sure, don't worry about the colours,
Yeah.
but the functionality of it.
Yeah.
And an area for coffee as well.
And look how beautiful that drinks fridge. We've already got a drinks fridge, do we? We can't really get rid of it, can we? Do they need one in the office?
We need to put a new one in.
I think so.
There we go.
And it doesn't have to be quite as wide for the...
Well, that'll be for red wine, and we don't drink a great deal of red wine.
Liar. Liar, bum's on fire.
So, built-in coffee machine, and show us the plate warmer.
Is it this one?
Yeah.
We have got a plate warmer in the cooker that we have at the moment. Rarely, I use it at Christmas. But it's not very wide, it's quite narrow.
Right. Okay, gas or induction?
I'm going to find it really hard to move away from gas.
Yeah?
Isn't that me being silly? If you make the move from gas to induction, tell me if you love it. And if you haven't, or if you're going back, tell me that as well.
Well, we're doing it in the ID buzz, aren't we? So,
Yes.
go on, open the doors. Straight through at the utility room.
Yeah.
Huh?
This is cool. A cupboard above and below.
And I like the finish on here. That stainless. It's a wooden, but a stainless finish on it.
Yeah. But we've got our shelf for the washing.
Give you ideas?
I think that's ruined IKEA for us.
That's a special place it feels in there, doesn't it?
Yeah, a proper design service. And they come out and they measure and they talk to you and they find out what you like and there's moods and things and then present you with options.
It sounds expensive to me. Can we have a last look in IKEA?
Oh, go on then.
It's absolute bedlam here. Should we give IKEA a miss today and maybe come tomorrow?
IKEA on a Sunday's not the one. I don't want an IKEA kitchen now. I want a fancy kitchen.
Oh, this is going to be expensive. I knew it was going to be expensive. This woman's got expensive taste. Take the exit here, love. Let's get the heck out of it.
I am.
So there's the kitchen that needs doing. It's a bit messy right now. But also it's this area right here where we've broken into. So we're going to brick up the doors there. And the fridge is obviously intruded into here already.
Yes. So when we first moved into the house, it actually ended just where Steve and you were stood. And it was massive through to the garden. We decided to extend back that way. Over here was the dining table. It was really strange. So we put these cupboards in and took out the dining table.
Pull them out, show them what have we got here.
These.
Yes, so our big food cupboards.
Yeah. But again, we've got more cupboard than we need because we've got stuff in there that we, bought on a whim. And then the kitchen is bigger than it was. So we're going to bring this in here. And where we have a breakfast bar over there, that is going to come between these two pillars.
Right. And just shrink the width of the kitchen a little bit,
Yeah,
right?
it doesn't. We don't need
to play football in the
all
kitchen.
this space anymore. I used to have little toddlers in run rounds that would, in little cars that they'd run round in. So
There you go.
we don't need that as much.
So decisions. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe to see what really happens with the next development of the kitchen.
And don't judge on the state of it. It's Sunday. It's fine.